This week on Legal Talk with Hahn and Hahn attorneys, we chat to Janusz Luterek and ask the question, who is responsible if my handbag is stolen at a restaurant or whatever can happen at this restaurant? We ask Janusz Luterek. Welcome back, Janusz. Nice to chat to you again.
Hi, yes. Nice to speak to you again about this topic, which comes up from time to time.
Okay, so now, Janusz, not me, but let's say a lady's bag was stolen at the fast food place, because I don't have a handbag. Or my bag was stolen at the fast food place when I got up to collect my order. What now?
Yeah, look, it happens because people, nowadays a lot of fast food places actually have sit-down areas. And people, once they get there, they get very comfortable. They're not thinking about their surroundings and they leave the bag and they quickly get up to get something. Now, when you get back to your table, your bag is gone. First of all, obviously, quickly look around. Second thing you need to do is you must stop your credit cards. And, those are the obvious types of things. But then from a point of view of where's my bag, go and ask the manager, ask the staff that are around, has anybody seen anything? And that's really all you can do immediately, because starting to accuse people and pointing fingers is not going to end well. If you're depending which municipality you're in or where you are in South Africa, you may want to call the police immediately at that point. Now, in some parts of South Africa, the police will come out and they'll actually take your statement. In other parts, they'll say, no, you need to come down to the police station and make a statement. But you must make sure you report it, because without that report, actually, you're toothless. There's not much you can do afterwards.
So, can I make the fast food place replace my bag?
So this gets very interesting because, first of all, I'm pretty sure most fast food places you're going to go to have a disclaimer somewhere, either at the door or on the wall or somewhere that says, you enter at risk and they're not responsible for anything that happens to you on the premises. Now, that is not a complete get-out-of-jail-free card. If one of their employees was to steal your bag and you could prove it, then I think you may have a claim against the fast food place. But the fast food place is not responsible for a member of the public committing a criminal act and stealing your bag in their shop. They don't accept responsibility for your possessions just because you are in their business.
So let's say there's a scenario where I think I know who took it. There was a member of staff near my table, but now the company won't do anything about it. What do we do now?
Yeah, so in South Africa, we must remember we've got this protection of personal information and we've got privacy laws. So you can't start making demands and saying, I must see your CCTV footage, show it to me immediately, because that employee over there, that one, whatever his name is, he took it. I know he took it. You've got to be very careful because you could actually end up, rather than getting your bag back, you could actually end up on the receiving side of a court case for defamation.
Yeah.
So be very careful making allegations unless the person has actually been caught red-handed. In a busy fast food setup and so on, people often think that the person that they happen to see closest to where they were sitting must have been the one that took it. But the people who take these things are actually very sly and they're pretty invisible. They're in fact not the one that's standing there and looks like he could take it. But I think just be very careful not to accuse people unless you have absolute proof that it's them, and follow proper channels. If you want to see the CCTV footage, you're going to have to escalate it to the head office. It's not going to happen while you're standing in the shop.
Now, let's say our last question for today. Let's say the fast food place is in the food hall of the mall. What about mall security?
Yeah, so if you realize immediately it's gone, then you may be able to alert mall security, because they obviously have cameras everywhere these days. Any reputable mall has thousands of cameras. They see everything. And they may be able to apprehend the person before he actually manages to leave the mall. But the mall itself will not be responsible. So if you think of a food hall setup, there's a number of little counters, a chicken place, a burger place, a pizza place, and there are the tables in the middle. So the tables in the middle don't belong to any of the food supply places, any of the fast food places. Those tables in the middle actually belong to the mall. And as sure as you can be, if you go to the entrance of the mall, there'll be a sign up that says, "We are not responsible. If you enter this mall, you do so at your own risk," etc. So they won't be responsible, but potentially mall security might be able to apprehend the person before he actually gets out of the mall.
I think it will save a lot of drama and trouble if you just, don't leave your bag. Take it with you. Even when you collect your order, don't you think then we wouldn't need to have this discussion in the first place?
No, you're absolutely correct. I remember a few years ago writing a disclaimer for one of the companies I do work for. And actually that was the opening line is, don't leave your things unattended because we're not responsible for them. But as I said right in the beginning, the problem is, we get relaxed, we go with friends, we sit down, somebody gets up to go get the food. We're not thinking there's somebody there with an eagle eye waiting for that opportunity to grab my stuff. And it's sad. It's the world we live in. And then, by the way, not just in South Africa. This happens everywhere.
It's just astonishing how people leave their handbags or laptops even in cars where it's visible and then expect it not to be stolen. And then they cry when it is stolen. I mean, it's just, no, don't do that. Do not leave it out in the open.
I think once it's happened to you once, and you go through the hassle of getting a new driver's license, replacing your credit cards, replacing your ID book, you won't do it a second time.
Yeah, no, I think that's a very expensive mistake. But that's a lot of trouble. Janusz, as always, thank you so much for your time and sharing your knowledge with us here on Legal Talk today.
It's a great pleasure.
Are you or your business in trouble and struggling to find a solution? Call Hahn and Hahn Attorneys as we assist clients in finding solutions. We specialize in consumer and food law, commercial and construction law, forensic investigations and administrative law. Visit hahnlaw.co.za. That's HAHN. We assist clients nationwide. Hahn and Hahn Attorneys, because we care. Don't miss Legal Talk with Hahn and Hahn Attorneys, Wednesday mornings at 10 on eRadio.